What's up, everybody? We're here at auction day. Yep. Well, that's just the day before the auction. Just out here checking out some cars. Got that nice Audi R8 right there. We got the Macan, I believe this is. Yeah. So yeah, we're just out here really checking some things out today. Seeing how it's looking. Oh my gosh, and it's a hot one. It's a hot one today. It's a very hot one today. Let me see, 3-1. Let's go with the 3. Fucking assholes. 3-1. Alright. So yeah, we're out here checking out a few cars today. Seeing what's in store. Yeah. So one thing I've been noticing, man, the car market is declining each week, each week. So the main thing I'm trying to do right now, especially based off the economy, what I see is going on in the economy, and a lot of people are, they're broke, right? A lot of people are broke. So the main thing, we got to focus on is just keeping these cheap cars, man. Keeping these cheap cars is the main thing. And while we sitting in front of this car, I actually had a blue one of these I sold to a customer about a month ago. I drove the car for about a week, I'd say. About a week I drove it. I didn't notice any problems with this car. I didn't notice any oil leak. I didn't notice anything. So, turns out that the car actually wasn't leaking oil. The car was burning oil. And it seems like as soon as I gave the customer the car, man, it was just issues. They were calling, talking about, valve covers leaking, this and that, and this. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on, So that's kind of turned into a headache, but we found a way to remedy the situation, just put them in a new car and then go from there, So that's one thing. And, it's like when you're at these auctions sometimes it's hard to dig all the way that deep into the car. The most I can dig into the car is checking the ECU, making sure that there's no, the head gasket's good, but, you might grab a car and the compression might be bad on one cylinder. So it's just, the risk we take with getting these cheap used cars. But, while we're here, I'm looking at this sweet AMG right here. This thing's sweet, man. Beautiful car right here. And they got them all over, right? They got the G-Wagon right here. 63, yeah, they got them all over. But our focus today is very cheap cars, yeah? Because, like I said, people are broke, man. And right now we got a Audi A7 that I brought. I kind of brought it with knowing that there was a couple of issues with it, but we got it fixed up now, so now we're just trying to dump it. And honestly, if I even get my money back on it, I'm good. I shouldn't even have brought the car. I really shouldn't have, but during tax time, I seen that a lot of people were really bidding on them things, and that it was kind of like a hot commodity. So I was like, damn, I might as well get one. And I got it for like $4,000 cheaper than I seen it selling for. So, we're going to see what this week brings. Actually got a customer say he's coming on Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes, right? We'll see if we get lucky and score something with that. Sure, but yeah, definitely, I'm not gonna make sure I don't do this, and every so often I end up buying one. I end up buying a car that's a little bit expensive because the price on it is so cheap, So that's the main thing, man. That's the main thing. So, but I have to make sure we stick to our guns, right? Just pure cheap cars. And while I'm walking past this one, I actually got one of these. I'd say about a month ago, yeah. Drove the car back from the auction. The reason why I'm saying this, man, it's ups and downs to being a car dealer, but drove it back from the auction. I think it was in New York I was coming back from. And man, I got all the way, so I'm based in Maryland. I got all the way to Delaware. We got all the way into Maryland. And man, the damn hose popped off of the I think it was the radiator or somewhere right off of there. One part of the cooling system. I don't remember exactly what it was. And so I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe just the hose came off. It wasn't tight enough. Somebody fixed the car and didn't put it tight on. And then I ended up getting the car towed back. and drove it for a couple of days, only to notice that the head gasket was blown. So, from now on, man, this thing right here is my best friend. Yeah, I'm not coming up here to buy nothing without it, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure we always get an extensive check on that head gasket, man. Sometimes people just get rid of these cars and just trying to, dump it really fast, right? What you gotta think about this? When I say I'm looking for cheap cars, man, I'm looking for cheap cars, right? I'm looking for something that's trying to sell in a couple of days. Why the heck would you put all of this bull crap on your car? Like, the paint job is quite literally ruined. Like, oh no, it's nothing but vinyl. Okay, it comes right off. It's not too bad. Let me stick it back on it in case nobody really notices and not gonna just get it for a cheap price, right? But these little Scions, man, these things sell fast. Every time I got one, it takes no more than a couple days for it to go, yeah? Ooh, and it's even better. Man, we got some hot days out here today, man. We're pushing 100 degrees. Oh my gosh. Hottest day of the summer so far. The battery's dead. I didn't bring my damn jump box. It's all right, we'll check that tomorrow. We'll come back then. We'll come back and check her tomorrow. Let me write that down. Come back and check her tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, check tomorrow. So tomorrow's actually the auction, so what I like to do is just come the day before and check it. I kind of think I ruined coming on the weekend. One day it was raining really hard on a Sunday, and I came to come check a car out, and I had on a it's not a bucket hat, I forget the type of hat it is, the little military fishing hats, and it was kind of blocking my peripheral, and man, I fucking ran into a car going like 10 miles an hour backing up, and I tried to hurry up and leave, but I ended up coming back because the guy that let me in, because they usually don't let people come on the weekends, and the guy that ended up letting me in, I started feeling a little bad, so I was like, you know what, let me just come back and tell him exactly what happened, and I feel like ever since then, it's been a no-go as far as coming on the weekend to try cars, and man, that was the best, because you could literally drive and nobody would be on your back. Like right now, they got police sitting over there, so it's just kind of annoying, but to be honest, I still drive these things because I'm not going to take the risk of getting a lemon, right? We don't got time or money to waste, so we got to make sure everything is on point with buying these cars, because at the end of the day, I don't need no customer coming back to me talking about this and this and that and that and that and this, right? When you leave me, I want to make sure everything is good with these cars. So to do that, I need to make sure everything is good with the cars, right? So yeah, it's basically how we operate. I didn't even see this one online. This should be an easy $500 car. Even though I don't like Fords too much, but hey, main thing as long as the price is right, man. That's one thing I realized. I used to be like, oh, people mainly want this type of car. They mainly want this and that and this, but man, at the end of the day, it all comes down to that price, man. Lock them to that on this thing? Never seen that. Usually when the lock cylinder is bad, it's just this thing isn't even starting up, and it doesn't seem like the battery's dead. First time for me, I've never seen this before. Like usually when the lock cylinder is bad, you can't even turn it, but I'm turning the thing and still not turning. That's weird. Man, the outside temperature says 103 degrees. My God. Worse. Yeah, this is going to be a hot summer, man. And the worst part right now, I'm still trying to get the AC fixed in my house, which you should probably have done in the next couple of weeks. But I do have a temporary fix. We do have the window unit, so yeah, because not having no AC right now is not it. That is not the deal. Let's go over here, at least so we can get away from these stalkers, making sure we don't drive the car. Because like I said, I'm gonna make sure I drive every car, man. We gotta make sure customers be happy, because even right now with that situation, I told you guys that returning the car. So once I get the title, I'm gonna go swap a car out for them. You know, we just really don't have no time to take no losses, man. Nobody has time for that, you know. So gotta make sure you check your things extensively, man. I feel like, you know, that's one of the things that's gonna make you a successful car dealer, man. Just checking these cars good. All right, you got to. I mean, now sometimes we take a risk. Sometimes we shoot the dice, you know. Sometimes we buy a car without all the way checking it out, right? But when you do something like that, it has to be a super calculated risk, yeah? It's not like something you just do. I don't do it all the time. Like, say if I see a Toyota and the deal is right, I'm like, or I see a stick shift car, you know, I'm like, all right, damn. Stick shift, so we know the transmission isn't too bad, right? And I might take me a little risk, so just all depends. But really, I don't like to take risks like that. I'm not really in the business of taking risks, right? So that's usually I try to minimize all my risks. But 560, yeah. That's the main thing. But also, man, look at that nice little Benz Sprinter. Don't try to minimize the risk. But also last week too, man, we scored a good deal, you know, because our average profit, I'd say our average profit on the car is about $1,000, right? Sometimes it's $500, you know, or sometimes, let's say if I had a car for too long, man, I might have had the car for, because we trying to get rid of these cars in like a couple of days, a week max, right? So if I had a car for 2-3 weeks, man, I just start dropping the price. Like, I actually just had a 2014 Ford Fiesta that I had for way too long, man. I had the car for way too long. So I was like, you know what? Let's just get out of it right now, because clearly nobody's buying it at the price that I had set. So I just decided to get out of it and get my money back, because I can always come back to the drawing board, find me some cheap cars, and, you know, and make some money. Yeah, that's so hot. But that's my main thing, man. My main thing is flipping these cars quick. And I'm not trying to hold a car no more than 2 weeks max. 2 weeks it doesn't sell, it's time to get rid of her. That's my mindset, man. Especially with some of these cars, man. Quick flips is all we need. We don't need to be taking long to do anything, yeah? So, yeah. My main thing too, especially when I see mileage on the car like 200,000, I tend to go for those cars, right? Because, you know, at the end of the day, I know, all right, this car's at 200,000 miles. Somebody very well had to maintenance this car in order for it to get there, right? 200 miles is not a mileage that comes easy, right? If the car's at 200, man, they did all of the essential maintenance for it to get there, you know? They did all the essential maintenance, so it's usually what I like to look at. So, you know, guys, definitely leave some comments in this video, and let me know how things are going in your guys' markets. How's car sales going? What are you seeing going on with the prices? And let me know. Thanks for checking out this video. We'll have some more coming soon. Peace.